Welcome back to USA Car Reviews. Today we're going to take a ride back to the golden era of American muscle cars and talk about one of the most iconic models ever built, the 1969 Ford Mustang. By 1969, the Mustang had already been a massive success since its launch in 1964. Ford had essentially invented the pony car segment, and by the late 60s, competition was heating up with challengers from Chevrolet, Pontiac, Dodge, and AMC. Ford knew it had to evolve the Mustang to keep its dominance, and the 1969 model year marked a dramatic restyle, new performance options, and some of the most legendary variants in Mustang history. The first thing you notice about the 1969 Mustang is its longer, lower, and wider stance compared to earlier models. Ford designers gave the car a more aggressive look, with quad headlights up front, a sharper nose, and a fastback roofline that looked ready to race. The body grew in size overall, but it still kept the compact proportions that made the Mustang such a hit. The Mach 1, Boss 302, and Boss 429 models launched in 1969 are now considered some of the most collectible Mustangs ever built. Under the hood, the 69 Mustang offered a wide range of engines, appealing to everyone from economy-minded buyers to hardcore performance enthusiasts. The base inline-six was there for budget drivers, but most people looked toward the V8 options. These ranged from the small block 302 and 351 cubic inch version 8S all the way up to big block monsters like the 390, 428 Cobra Jet, and the rare and powerful 429 found in the Boss 429. With horsepower ratings stretching from the mid-200s to well over 350, there was a Mustang for just about every type of driver. Ford was directly targeting competitors like the Chevy Camaro Z28 and the Dodge Charger RT, and the Mustang held its own both on the street and on the track. One of the standout trims of 1969 was the Mach 1. It came with bold graphics, hood scoops, and optional shaker hoods that vibrated with the engine, creating one of the most dramatic muscle car experiences of the era. The Mach 1 wasn't just about looks, it delivered serious performance with V8 engines in a sportier suspension setup. Then came the Boss 302, built to meet Trans Am racing regulations, which turned the Mustang into a true track-ready machine. Lightweight, agile, and powered by a high-revving 302 V8, the Boss 302 remains a legend among collectors and racers. Finally, the Boss 429 was the ultimate beast, built so Ford could homologate its massive 429 cubic inch engine for NASCAR racing. Only about 1,300 Boss 429s were ever made, and today they're some of the most valuable Mustangs on the market. Inside, the 1969 Mustang carried over much of the familiar style from previous years but with a sportier and more upscale feel. Bucket seats, wood grain trim, and a driver-focused dashboard made the interior both functional and stylish. Options ranged from basic cloth seats in entry-level models to leather and high-end finishes in the premium versions. Buyers could configure their Mustang almost any way they wanted, whether as a practical daily driver or a flashy muscle car. On the road, the Mustang delivered the raw driving experience people expected from a muscle car of the late 60s. The lighter models with small block version 8S felt nimble, while the big block cars delivered straight-line speed that could burn rubber on demand. Handling wasn't as refined as European sports cars, but that wasn't the point. This was about American muscle, about the roar of a V8 and the feeling of freedom on the open road. Looking back, the 1969 Ford Mustang is remembered as one of the high points in the muscle car era. It combined style, performance, and versatility in a way that few other cars could. Ford managed to keep the Mustang fresh while expanding its performance image, and it paid off with strong sales and an enduring legacy. Even today, collectors and enthusiasts chase after the 1969 models, whether it's a clean Mach 1, a race-bred Boss 302, or the ultra-rare Boss 429. The Mustang name has continued through the decades, evolving with changing times, but the 1969 model stands as a symbol of when muscle cars ruled the roads and Ford was at the top of its game. It was bold, powerful, and unforgettable. That's why the 1969 Ford Mustang remains one of the most iconic American cars ever built. Thanks for watching USA Car Reviews. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the legendary 1969 Mustang, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and share your favorite Mustang memory in the comments.